Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria, and always with me are my two great other hosts, Trey.
Hello.
And Steven.
Hello, hello.
And this week, we are starting our Season 3, and we had a pretty decent chunk, pretty decently long Season 2 with summons. Ending with Bahamut and all that fun stuff. And with Season 3, we are finally going to dive into the different jobs / classes, if you will, in the Final Fantasy series. Now, if you are playing only the most recent games, like 15 and 16, you might realize what's a job, what's a class. Well, jobs and classes in the old school games are what characters were in the role in the party, essentially. So you have the tanky characters, which are the knights or paladins of that sort. You have the healers, which are the white mages, and then you have the damage dealers, which you have black mage, ninja, thief, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's essentially kind of a very short summary of what jobs / classes are. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add into that.
No, they did it up until they kind of got rid of it. No, I guess no, they did it all the way up until 12, and then after that, I think it kind of went away. Other than 14, which is literally jobs and classes.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's been bits and pieces. I think it really depend on the game.
That's true, yeah.
that was working on, and you'll notice when we go deep going into the job that we are going in today, that it's kind of all over the place when it comes to where the class is / job is in each game, because it jumps around a lot.
Yeah, for the most part, the one we're covering today is usually your protagonist. For the most part, like I said, but obviously they switch it up every now and then,
right?
And yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, for this episode, for our first job that we are diving into, it is the Knight / Paladin, because they're technically the same exact class / job, depending on the game.
Yeah, I don't even know what a Paladin is, so I'm excited to learn.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Knight, also known as a Paladin and sometimes abbreviated to PLD, is a recurring job in the Final Fantasy series and is generally an upgrade to the Warrior. Now, there is it is a little different if you're talking about 14. Because Warrior and Paladin are two separate jobs. So, just saying right there.
So, what is a Paladin in 14?
A tank.
Okay.
You're not... We can't hear you, Trey. Maybe? We have to have technical difficulties.
That's true.
How about
We made
now?
it this far.
There we go.
There we go.
It's the new sunroom. That's the problem.
Unfortunately, I don't remember what we were even talking about.
What a paladin is, because I'm uneducated on the matter.
Oh, I said is a warrior a DPS then? If a
No,
paladin is a
they're
tank.
tanks.
Okay.
They're both
Just
tanks.
different styles.
Yep.
I feel like a paladin is just a knight who also has like some white magic. Like if Steiner could cast like some cure stuff in 9.
Yes, essentially, which we actually will go into. So, the knight job is generally seen as an upgrade to the warrior, but lacks the strict offensive focus on the job, gaining supportive abilities. Knights are characterized by equipping swords, daggers, knight swords, shields, and heavy armor, and having high physical stats. Knights normally appear clad in heavy armor in battle circuits. A knight can use cover to protect the team, as well as low-rank white magic, which, akin to paladins, when you talk about like 14, for an example, like paladins are the job upgrade from the class of gladiator. And the paladins are strictly tanks, very tanky, have a lot of health, a lot of high defense, and you aggro all the enemies and whatnot. But you do have like very low and very few skills and like white magic abilities, where you can use like smite, or I think there's a skill called Holy Cross or something like that, of that some sorts. So, over time, several variations of the knight job has emerged, taking on various fields of specialty in playing and its hybridization of roles. So you have the Paladin, or wholly aligned knights with greater defensive and support abilities, functioning essentially as the higher level knight. You have Dark Knights, or opposites of Paladins, wielding dark magic and forsaking defense and health for powerful attacks and offensive positions. The Mystic Knight can imbue his blade or with both white and black magic to attach status and elemental effects to his attack. And then you have Dragoon, or Dragon Knights, which would spears to use jump skills.
Oh, see, I would have thought Dragoon was its own.
So, I want to say this is like in the early games where, I mean, even in like, technically, yeah, Dragoons are technically knights. If you look into like lore aspects.
Yeah.
Gameplay aspects, though, they are their own separate thing. Just much like, or in 14. So you have Paladins. Dark Knight is also a job that you can get in 14, as well as Dragoon, which all play completely different. Dragoon being a DPS job, where you're mainly dealing to high offensive attacks, dealing damage as much as possible, where Paladin and Dark Knight are both tanks. Dark Knight, though, is interesting because the more damage you take, the more powerful you get, kind of a thing. But it is fun. It is really fun to play. You can slam your sword into the ground and giant dark spikes come out and attacking enemies. It's really cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking so. Like literally in 9, the Dragoon character Freya, she's literally a knight of one of the cities. But like in 7, I guess technically the Dragoon would be Sid, right?
Yeah, Sid's the Dragoon in 7.
Yeah, very much not a knight.
Right.
But I guess 7 doesn't really follow strictly to...
I was going to say, if 7 really went with the job/class system.
Yeah, they don't really do that, I guess.
No.
I mean, he's the kind of knight that is out in the field.
Yeah.
Doing in battle. He's not the knight that's guarding the Lord.
Right, yeah. So he would not be a paladin. I'm trying to get the distinction here.
Yeah, that's fair. So, now we jump to appearances. So, in the original Final Fantasy, the knight is an upgrade to the warrior job. It can equip all the warrior's equipment as well as stronger swords and armor, has more physical power, and can use up to level 3 white magic. So,
seems pretty good.
Right there. It's just a very tanky role that can use low-grade white magic, essentially, to heal or heal like small wounds or like status effects, or possibly cast white magic against enemies.
It's great out of battle. Like once you finish up a battle and you just want to heal up, having an extra character that has cure, so you don't have to just drain the MP from your main mage. It really comes in handy. And I think I've beaten Final Fantasy 3 or 4 times at this point, and I'm pretty sure every single time I've had a knight.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to, yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely in the later games they get away from that. I guess we'll cover it, but you definitely don't have your warrior per se have white magic.
Well, I remember doing a no magic run, trying a no magic run and doing like a warrior, a monk, a thief, and maybe another one. I'm not sure, but like I remember doing a no magic run one time, but I haven't done one without a knight. Even though I didn't use the magic, I kept the warrior, but it's
because they're
it's
tanky.
just such a right, because they're like it's just such a good class to have in the first game, and that makes sense why that's normally the lead character, and they made it such a good class in the first one.
Yeah. And then now we jump to Final Fantasy 3. So the knight is a job gained from the fire crystal. Knights are mighty warriors who are experts in close-range combat. They are dependable allies who can defend themselves as well as shield fellow party members during harsh ordeals. Knight is considered a powered-up version of the warrior job. So much like the Final Fantasy 1, the knight is an upgraded job of the warrior, which, yeah, just like it sounds, is another tanky character that can cover enemies or cover allies from enemy attacks.
Do you know if, I guess we'd have to look it up, if they have the white magic ability in 3 as well? Or if
I think so, but I don't know on the top of my head. That's
what we have Trey here for.
I don't know. 3 is not my forte. I'm not sure.
No, it's all right.
Oh, and Sharp in chat says they do. They do have white magic. Look at chat. I am looking at chat, Sharp. Trust me.
Sorry,
I should have just guessed.
Sorry, we have to read notes this time. I can't follow the chat as closely.
Yeah, it's on my like secondary screen I have here. That I'm like always constantly peering over because I know at least Sharp is in there chatting.
We ever get
and
anything?
I know Cecil is a Paladin, Sharp, but that's not going to help Steven because he's not familiar with that game.
Helps me 0%.
that is such the, like that's the great story of that game. Like it's a great story, and when you do get there, Steven, that is the game to play to appreciate the Paladin class.
That's the first one I want to play out of the original 5. I've already played 6, but out of 1 through 5, I definitely want to start with 4 based off what we've talked about so far.
And then, speaking of 5, that's our next one, which is when the wind crystal shatters, the knight job class is granted the party. The class focuses on strong attacks and defending abilities, which is going to be, I mean, going forward with this episode, with jobs themselves. A lot of jobs in each of the games, share their predecessor from the previous installment or 2 installments prior, depending on how the order's going.
Mm-hmm.
Until you get to the later games where they kind of then change things up, specifically with like the MMO aspects when it comes to the games. So when we come back from the mid break, we're definitely getting into the MMO aspects.
Yay!
Yay! So with that, we are going to take a quick mid break.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show where we talk about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. And here I want to thank all of our patrons supporting us, especially to our first patron, Hyling Cubby. Thank you for supporting us. And if you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month at the end of every month on the show of a topic of your choosing. Where the patrons get to choose the topic and we go over it. And each patron chat is a lot of fun because we get either off topic really quick or we have actual pretty lengthy discussions. Because that's when Trey really goes into it.
I mean, that's my chance to nerd out with
It is.
Cubby about whatever it is he's wanting to dive into. And that's my forte, is when you can give me... I'm like a dog with a bone. If you let me just go, I'm just going to go.
Yep, there you go. And then you can also support us in a few other ways. You can support us by rating and reviewing the show on Apple and Spotify. If you leave a 5-star review on Apple, read it out loud next time on the show, as well as a Spotify comment that has some nice words. And we do have a Spotify comment. Let me pull it up here. It is actually on our first summons of Ifrit. So it's from Dark Wolf. I love this podcast. I've been playing Final Fantasy X, and since I found this podcast, I've been dusting off my old games and replaying every single one, 20 out of 10.
Nice.
Thank you, Dark Wolf.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good choice with 10.
Very good choice.
And then you can also find us on a few different Discord servers on the Robots Radio server at robotsradio.net, and as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show as well as the other shows I host, the Holocron Histories, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast, which, if you are a fan of The Witcher, go watch or go listen to my recent episode of the Witcher Lorecast, because me and my co-host Toasty got to sit down and have a full-on conversation and interview with none other than Doug Cockle himself, who is the voice of Geralt from the video games. And it's a lot of fun. Go listen to me being completely starstruck to where you don't really hear me a whole lot because I'm just in awe of the entire conversation that we're having. It was great. Go listen to it.
You deserve it, though. I'm happy for you. We both are.
It's a dream come true for me. I never thought I would be able to, talk to one of the voice actors of a character I absolutely love. And yeah, it's great. Go listen to it. And then you can also catch us live on Twitch at my Twitch channel, Ben of Temeria. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, of us going live, where you can join us in the live chat and join Sharp with us, because Sharp needs company. He needs company when we're live streaming the show.
Yeah, so he doesn't yell at us for not checking the chat enough.
Right. Which is... Yep, and he says so lonely. There we go. So go check us out. It would help us. And I'm trying to get to affiliate status. I am very close on getting my numbers where I need to be affiliate. I'm at 1.25 average viewers, where I need to be 3. I'm so close. So go help me out. It'd mean a lot to me. And once I get affiliate, I can do a lot more. So there's that. So other than that, that's all I have for the bent break. Do you guys want to add anything?
I don't have anything.
Nope. I was just gonna plug the Witcher podcast, so I'm glad you already did that.
Oh yeah, of course I'm going to plug that everywhere until it gets old. I'm just it's so much fun. Go listen to it. It's great. But with that being said, we are going to get back into more Knights and Paladins. All right, we're back. And now we have Steven's favorite game, Final Fantasy IX.
And Trace.
And Trace. I thought Trace was set 8.
Seven's my favorite. 9 is probably the best Final
Close
Fantasy.
second. Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. So
I love 7, but 9 is like, when you play 9, you'll understand it is the presentation, all of the love letter. Like, you thought the love letters in 16 were nice. Just freaking wait, man.
So Steiner has access to the cover and wields knight swords, as well as serving as the Knight of Pluto as part of the story. Playable characters in the Final Fantasy IX embody traditional job classes from the series, though the game itself lacks a job system. Which is true. Like, Vivi is a black mage, Dagger is a summoner, Zidane is a thief, Steiner's a knight.
Yeah, you're locked into the job, but it doesn't
specifically say it's a job.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. It's just you have certain abilities you can and cannot learn from the equipment, which we talked about last week.
Yep, exactly. And then after that, we have Final Fantasy XI. So this is the first MMO. So the Paladin, or PLD, is an advanced job attained by completing a Knight's Test quest. The job serves as a tank role in combat, having access to several defensive skills and strong heavy armor. In addition, Paladins can also utilize a moderate pool of white magic spells. And the notable Paladins in the game include Curilla, V. Mecro, Tryon Orgaril, I don't even know, and Valveranol.
11 has the craziest
weird.
names every time
11 is so out there in everything, the story and the names. It's just like 14 is easy compared to 11, and 14 has some hard ones here and there, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, literally every other game, 7, there's not a tough name in the bunch. 15 and 16, they're all pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
12, there's some wonky ones in there. But before we go on to 12, so we didn't have 10 on there, but there's definitely, they may not be specifically called it. It's kind of like 9, where they're not specifically jobs, but Auron is very clearly a knight. He's an actual tank. And then Titus, I guess, would be, well, I guess he's just a warrior, so no. But he does learn a lot of white magic. So there is definitely a 10. We just don't have it on the.
It wasn't in the when I was looking up the research for it. It wasn't specified that 10. 9 obviously is on there.
Kamari
because
is a dragoon, and
yeah, Kamari.
10. Wolf guy, as Sharp called him. I see in the chat. And Zidane is a thief in 9. I just now saw that also in the chat. Sharp, sorry, but yeah, Zidane's a thief in 9.
Yeah,
but Kamari is a dragoon, and I wouldn't have known that if you hadn't brought it up, because I don't ever use Kamari. I always think of him as a blue mage because he has blue magic, but he definitely also has the dragoon abilities. He's got the jump, the spear, so he's definitely the dragoon.
One of his moves is called Lancer. So it's
kind of hit on the
yeah.
nose with that one.
Yeah. And then 10 also has the license, or not a license board. It has the sphere grid, which is basically a license board where you can choose which abilities to go get. So, I mean, you could literally be almost anything.
Yeah, that's
set
fair.
limits on it.
That's fair. I mean, the research was just not one of the games that. But I mean, if we're talking about Knights and Paladins specifically, like, there's not a knight.
I mean, there's nobody in shiny armor, but
right.
Aaron is quite literally like he's a bodyguard for, what's his name? What's Yuna's dad? Whatever. He's his knight basically.
Braska.
Yeah, Braska. He is basically Braska's knight without the word.
That's fair. And then now we do jump to 12. So in the Zodiac versions, the Knight is a licensed board specialized in the use of heavy armor and swords. The board also contains certain high-level white magic license. So, and this is only in the Zodiac version, where the original game didn't have any of this, if I recall, right?
It didn't have jobs, I don't believe. I don't know. It's been literally
No, I don't
forever.
think there were jobs.
No, I think everybody had their particular characters board, and I don't think you could swap it.
Gotcha.
Like in the Zodiac version, you can have any character be whatever.
Right. Which is the whole, like when they did the remaster of 12 or 10. Wait, which one are we on? 12.
12.
It's like, which one are we on? 12. When they did the Zodiac versions and the remasters and made them the Zodiac versions, they added a lot of new systems into the game that wasn't in the game originally.
It made it one of my favorite of the series. It's definitely up there because it's so much more fun to play that you can have two different jobs, like completely opposite. You can be a knight and you can also be white mage.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
You get to choose two different ones.
Oh, that's cool. And then now we have 13.2. So Lightning's downloadable scenario, Lightning Story Requiem of the Goddess, gives her a collection of new roles, mostly to relate to the mystic theme of her current predicament. Of these, Knight is her sentinel analog, reducing damage received and giving her the immortality ability, effectively blocking all damage. So yeah, like this is another weird one. 13 is really weird when it comes to like the roles in the game, because it's also depending on the weapon that like Lightning's using, right?
Well, so in 13 they have classes, but I don't know if they're called classes, but instead of it being Knight, it's called Sentinel, and it that gives you the Knight abilities. Instead of it being Warrior, you have Ravager, is what it's called. I don't remember what any of the other ones are, but yeah, they have different names for them. But Sentinel in 13 is basically the Knight. Snow would actually be the character in 13 that is the Knight. He is so Lightning's sister Sarah, she's the one that's marrying Snow, and he's 13, he's going off to save her. He's the White Knight in shining armor, literally going to save his bride to be. And he's the Sentinel in that also, both in game and in story.
Sharp says that warriors are commando in there.
Commando, okay. What would Magic is Ravager? Thank you, Sharp.
There we go.
I hate the names in that game more than in 11. Lightning and Snow. I know we all love Cloud, but there was no Cloud, and then there wasn't also Rain in the game.
Right. That's fair. That is true.
We haven't played Rebirth yet.
That's true. There could be a Rain in there.
I doubt.
I swear, if there is a Rain in the next one, I'm going to dig this clip up and I will find it and I will replay it back for us.
Maybe that's who sells you the Segway. That's who you rent the Segway from.
Is from Rain. Oh my gosh, I will die laughing. And then now we have my favorite of all, Final Fantasy XIV. So the Paladin, PLD, is a job upgrade of the Gladiator class, beginning available after attaining the Soul of the Paladin Soul Crystal from completing the Paladin's Pledge quest at level 30. Paladins retain all the Gladiator's weapon skills and abilities and also gain support skills like cover, as well as powerful restorative and offensive magic at a high MP cost. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. Once you hit level 30 with any of your starting class that you have in the game, you upgrade it through a specific quest to a job, and then hence job is more powerful from previous class. So, Gladiator goes to Paladin, which is interesting, where it is Barbarian turns into Warrior, compared to where, like, in older games, Warrior went to Knight/Paladin. They are two separate tank classes, jobs. And then Dark Knight, you just learn that from a Dark Knight once you hit, like, level 50.
And then you do Batman after that.
Yes, because the Dark Knight is essentially Batman in Final Fantasy. Like, the entire storyline for Dark Knight is essentially your Batman in Final Fantasy. It's great. It's actually really cool. Like,
now you're trying to just sell me on it even more.
Your teacher is like essentially a dead of a soul Batman like character who's been searching for someone to take up his mantle.
Awesome. Well, I don't even want to be Dragoon anymore. Like, I want to be either one of those.
So to get to Dark Knight, you have to have Heaven's Ward, and I believe you have to be level 50. Either level 40 or level 50, one of the two. I can't remember which. Yeah, Sharp says vengeance. Yes. Yeah, no, like, you literally, like, your starting few quests as a Dark Knight in 14 is literally getting vengeance on the people in, oh shoot, I can't remember the city that you go to in Heaven's Ward, on the top of my head. But you essentially go and, like, are delivering justice to people that are, to these villains stealing, like, kidnapping people. And by justice, I mean by killing them, because that's justice.
That's not very Batman of you.
Who says it's like you're Batman? I don't have a moral code. It's freaking fantasy setting. People are going to die.
Yeah,
enough said.
That's true.
And then I added in Strangers of Paradise, the Final Fantasy origin, because obviously this ties into the original Final Fantasy. So the Knight is an advanced job available after unlocking the corresponding nodes in the Swordfighter and Swordsman job trees. In addition, it is available to Neon after clearing the Memories of the Wind main mission. Leveling this job is required to unlock the Paladin and Void Knight expert jobs. Knight is a purely defensive job and focuses on enhancing its guard to serve as a tank, and it can reflect damage back onto enemies. The job makes use of its defense with passives such as decreased damage dealt, HP recovery when parrying, and decreased damage taken the closer the player is to max HP. Yeah.
I don't care for that so much. It's purely defensive.
It's weird, like, and like doing this research, it's weird because Strangers of Paradise is a Souls-like game.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. Strangers of Paradise is
it's not like
a 1-on-1 Souls-like, but it was inspired by Dark Souls.
It's got like the difficulty of a Souls game.
Kind of,
No.
but no. Well, no, not as not like difficulty like that. It's just the style. Think for like Jedi Fallen Order.
It has the difficulty of Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode.
Oh, so
without any perks. Like if you were just level 1 and just started on hard and just jumped into it, that's what I would describe the difficulty curve as.
There we go.
but definitely not souls. Like that's
all.
Souls
There is no
difficulty. That's a whole
difficulty.
different beast.
There's not a difficulty. It's just called death.
That's true.
Or if you go and play The Witcher 3 on Death March, that's also death. Don't do it. It's hard. I've tried. I've attempted it, and I never got past the first ghouls that you first encounter right at the get-go because one swipe kills you.
All right, we'll use Quinn. It's a different podcast. But
That's a different podcast, but still, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But so now we do have some behind the scenes. So Sion Garamon's job was removed from the North American Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy VI. Within Final Fantasy III Nintendo Player's Guide, the job is given as a knight. The English Game Boy Advance version retained the job titles, with Sion correctly labeled as a samurai.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew we skipped over that. I just couldn't remember which character it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there is, yeah. I knew there was a knight in there. Now, where's the note about 7 on there? Or 10, I mean.
No, there's none. Sorry. And then we do have an etymology. So a knight is a mounted soldier in armor who served his sovereign or lord in the Middle Ages. The word comes from Old English of knight as or CNIHT, meaning boy or servant. A conge of the German word knight, servant, bondsman, or vassal. In the most European language, with the notable exception of English, the word for knight comes from horse, thus implying that a knight is a noble horseman or a horse-mounted nobleman. The English noun cavalier, an Arabic term for the mounted soldier, traces its roots to Latin and is closer to the meaning of the horseman of Romance languages.
That's not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be.
No, it's not. I mean, it's Old English.
That's true.
It derives from Latin. It derives from Latin. Enough said.
That spelling was wild. It was literally like CNI. It didn't make sense at all. But yeah, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we have on Knights and Paladins for this episode for Season 3. Fun stuff.
Yeah, Paladin just seems like super OP. Like you offensive, defensive, and you have white magic. Like,
yep.
What's the
just wait till we get to like some of the other cool jobs. Like once we get to Sharp's favorite job of all time.
We just did.
Typically Paladins.
Dragoon?
Like if you were, they're great for the regular bosses and stuff. But if you were trying to do in-game stuff, they typically tamper down all of it. So while it's the jack of all trades but master of none. So there is that downfall for them. But yeah, they typically are. They're a very nice crutch for anyone to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need when playing games.
A crutch.
A crutch. I'm not good at them.
The older I get, the more I welcome crutches.
Yeah.
Both in games and in life.
That's understandable. But any other final words for Paladins / Knights? No? All right.
No.
Well, that's
Justice for Final Fantasy X.
Justice for Final Fantasy X. Yep, there we go. And 14 is superior to all. But thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.